Cool, guys. So I am doing the final steps of faith to complete, I think, the 3.3 story. Just waiting on some 1 DPS. Hopefully, all right, we're good. So this fight's a little tricky. If you haven't done it, it's a lot of dodging involved, a lot of all that stuff. Yeah, so it's just, I'm gonna skip this. It's just more, you know, it's just recapping from the last quest in the storyline. Now, like I said earlier, it's just a lot of dodging. As long as you dodge, as long as no one dies, as long as you keep everyone topped off, you should be good. Now, another note to add to that is that you also want to be with a party with high DPS, because the faster he dies in the last phase, the better things are. So now we're just going to be waiting for the new person, which is the healer. Alright, so then I'll be talking over all of this stuff. I mean, all of the mechanics as they start off. That way, nothing's too crazy. Now, usually if I have a white mage, I'll DPS a lot. But since this white mage is new to the duty, I won't go into cleric stunts a lot. Just so I can keep up with heals if I need to. Oh my god, hot wings. Okay, so you have to avoid hot wings. So it's always that eye thing, that AoE looking thing, and then hot wings. So you always want to make sure you go to the middle, or be near the middle of Nidhogg. It's always in, like, the wings do that damage. Let's see. So phase 1 is fairly simple. Nothing too crazy going on. At this part, Nidhogg will face a certain direction, and you just gotta get away from him. And then just keep up the heals and the shields. For the most part, this fight isn't that it's not that complicated. It's a little difficult, especially for people who are not used to harder content. So as long as you keep up on everything, as long as you mitigate your MP well, you should be okay. So you just did the eye thing. Now I'm gonna do hot wings. Right in the middle. And then we should be just about to phase 2. Focus target. That way I can see what he's doing. Like I said, there's a lot of healing in this. There's a big healer check in my opinion. As well as a fairly big DPS check towards the end. I'll explain why in a little bit if we get there. Hopefully we should be able to do this, because it is in just it's been a couple of weeks since, you know, patch release, and that's one of the reasons I've been trying to I put off this trial for so long. It's because it was taking too long and I had to wait too many wipes, so I was just like, I'm just gonna wait it out. I'll wait it out. Hopefully people get better gear and they can get through it easier. That way I don't upload like an hour and a half video if you're just wiping over and over again, because that's not fun. So this is a DPS check right here. We're probably not gonna make the requirements because we are too slow. So it's probably a wipe. So at this part, this is phase 2. You have to kill all the ads before the timer comes out, which is about a minute or 2. The ads don't have a lot of health, but the tanks do need to tank 2 of them away from the party, and oh, we just made it in time. Awesome. So usually that's where most parties wipe, because even if one of those ads is alive, party wipes. Even if it's about 1%, you wipe. So it's a good thing we got to do that. So this is phase 2 when he turns into Estinian. And this is kind of where it gets a little intense. So I'm gonna turn on the volume. Okay, this is where the real heals come out. Now that I have a white mage in my party, it's gonna be really easy because Medica 2 is amazing. And that will Medica 2 and Cure 3 will probably be a big carry in heals. As a scholar, you only have, you have mobility and you have emergency tactics. Besides sucker, which you don't want to do. It kills your MP. So this will help a lot. So in this phase, all you want to do is dodge, DPS, and if you're healer, you want to keep everyone topped off. And you want to just avoid as many of the AoE mechanics as possible. And as much damage as possible. This phase is pretty short. There's not much really to really talk about it. This phase should be pretty much over here in a second, like 60%. And then after that is when the real damage comes out. The last final form of Nidhogg. And that's when basically all the mechanics that we're seeing now, plus the ones in the first phase, excluding the ads, will be there. And that's kind of something you gotta watch out for. And some extra mechanics that we have not seen yet. So that's why it's important to mitigate MP, and while also keeping everyone shielded and healed. Now, as you can see, I haven't been healing a lot. Besides the tank, I've been suckering here and there. Nothing too overwhelming. And I do try to keep all stacks of ether flow on me as much as possible. That way, if I need to lustrate 6 times in a row, I can do that. Okay, so here's the final form. So I'm gonna do my ability real quick, and then I'm gonna. Oh god, I'm not gonna make that. That was just bad luck. So this is the final form. I'm not gonna raise. There we go. This is gonna be really. I'll wait for that. So that's the mechanic right there. A stack mechanic. Okay, now I'm good. If no one's dead. This is a wipe right here. Unfortunately. Because I don't have any. I don't have any ether flow stacks. There's no way for me to pick up myself back up. So that's why you want to always try to keep an eye out on Nidhogg. And those AoE circles. As you can see, they do about 10k damage. So definitely keep an eye on those. Alright. So that was totally my fault. I think I pretty much wiped the party. Because if I was alive, they would have been fine. This is, like I said, this is a big healer check mostly. So if one of the healers dies, and even if you're rezzed up, it's pretty hard to bounce back from it. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. So like I said earlier, first phase, it's not hard. You just want to top everyone off. If you can DPS as a healer, DPS, the faster this phase is over, the better for everyone. And then the ad phase is probably one of the hardest points in the fight, because if your party doesn't have the DPS to get those down, you wipe automatically. So now that we know a little bit more of the fight, hopefully we can get through these phases fast. Looks like the healer is caught on, so I'm not worried about it anymore. So I will be DPSing a little bit, and I'll probably just be casting Ruin 2. Because it's an instant cast, and I can lustrate or whatever I need to do right after that. It's the raise from the white mage. So you see that the bard got caught through that AoE circle. and instantly died. So always watch those circles. So there it is. I had to illustrate twice to keep the tank alive. Now you really want to avoid the circles. You really want to avoid hot wings, which is right after another. And then at the last phase, it gets a little more complicated with that rotation of from Nidhogg. So always try to be like near the middle, and always have him focus targeted. And he took off again. There he is. Nobody got caught. Cool. Always keep your healers as topped off as possible over everyone else. But because, like I said, once a healer dies, it's pretty hard to come back from it. And emergency tactics right here. Okay, now we're at ad phase. So ad phase is a little interesting because there's 3 ads and there's only 2 tanks. So what has to happen is one of the DPS has to just take the damage while everyone else DPSs it down. While one healer is killing them, the other healer is trying to heal the tanks from dying from the other 2 ads. Now this can get a little overwhelming as long as you just stay away from the 3rd ad that everyone's trying to kill. And I try to mark these, that way we don't refocus on them. So I'm gonna be dotting everything as much as I can. Oh my god. I just did it. We used the limit break, but I still don't see anything dead. Yeah, we all have to DPS at this point, like as hard as we can, or else we're not gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it this time because that's a 4%. Is that 40%? Everyone has to just go ham. 2018, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Oh yeah, barely made it. Okay, and then back to 3rd phase. I like to suck up the party right before, that way I don't have to worry about doing an ability or emergency tactics right after. I can just do another sucker, and the Weapon will do Medica too, and then that will cure most of the health. Or not, never mind. I didn't do the circle. Let's take a soil. So boom, everyone full health, and then dodge fast. And this one, if you can DPS as well, or dodge or something, you can go right ahead and do that. But as you can see, he does a lot of damage, a lot of cleave damage to tanks, so another thing to watch out for. It's like critted that auditorium. Okay, here comes the first wave of AoE circles. They didn't get me this time, that's cool. And then the meteor crash. Ooh, okay. No one died, that's fine. As long as no one dies, we're okay. The more people die, the harder it is to bounce back. Even if it is just a regular trial. There's the cleave. Okay, so phase 2 is about to end right here. And hopefully I get lucky and not get one-shotted by those AoE circles. When healer died, hopefully it doesn't automatically die. There you go. Okay, so I use my lustrate again. Unfortunately, I have 15 seconds on it though, so I'm not too worried about it. I have emergency tactics still, so I'm not freaking out. I have 3 seconds. Alright, here comes phase 3, so we gotta keep an eye on Nidhogg. There he is. We're gonna move this way. Hopefully no one dies. No one died. Awesome. Alright, phase 3 starts right now. Now phase 3 is extremely intense, so you have that mechanic right there. No, 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 no. Stack, 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 stack. Right. Oh my god. Nope, this is a wipe. Oh my god. So I don't know who did that, but they failed to stack, and so they're trying to push it away, and that definitely almost wiped us again. Okay, so I believe Hot Wings is after this. Yep, Hot Wings, and then it'll be Hot Tail. So the reason I say this about DPS check, and hopefully we get that far, is that Nidhogg does an ability that gets stronger the longer he's alive. So that's one of the reasons we want to kill him as much as possible. I'm gonna do that. Oh, I'm gonna stack Sacred Soil. And then we're gonna do just suckers, spam, and then now ability, and then emergency tactics towards the end. The reason I do emergency tactics at the end is because it should just top everyone off. If I get a chance here, I'm gonna raise somebody. So I'm gonna raise someone that hasn't died yet. That way they stay alive a little longer. Oh my god. Hopefully they didn't take that raise right now. But oh my god. Okay, so this is Hot Tail. Oh, I made that again. There's a lot of damage in this fight, so really have to keep an eye on everybody. So I'm gonna sucker spam as much as I can. Hopefully I can keep up with the damage. If not, I'm gonna keep in non-ability right here. So there's emergency attack sucker. Now we should be entering the last final phase, which is nothing exceedingly difficult about it. You just have to keep each other topped off and repeat mechanics. And now, like I said, the mechanics they hit harder as time goes on. So definitely try to get them down as fast as you can. Now I'm a little low on health. Hopefully Eos here will get me. So after wings, it'll be tails, so try to get out of there as fast as you can. Oh my god. Oh, that was close. Not sure what happened there. Okay, so party seems to be pretty much back. I'm only worried about the white mage here, because I don't think he's going to be able to take that stacking mechanic again. Okay, I have my stacks again, so this should be okay. As long as we keep everyone topped off, and I get Sacred Soil off. There we go. And then I'll Sucker Spam again, so the Akmor will definitely hit harder every single time. So do try to keep up heals as much as possible. My goal is just to keep everyone alive, especially the healers. And I'm going to raise this Summoner, because he doesn't have an extra debuff. Hopefully that debuff from the healer goes away here in a bit. The reason the tank's moving him to the corner is because of those fire balls over there. They do a lot of damage, 5 to 6k a piece. It's not a significant amount, but it's enough to kill most people. Okay, so here, Hot Wings again. And then Hot Tail. Thank God that they didn't hit him. Oh, come on, guy, move, 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 move. So I'm gonna do it again. Okay, do that. So we have maybe about one more rotation of this, of that stacking mechanic, and then we should be able to clear them. So hopefully someone does the level 3 limit break, because that will do about 4%, 5% damage, depending on who it is. So here's the stacking mechanic, stack, and then spam. It's not destroy my MP, but alright, we did really good right there. Because everyone's alive and everyone was in there. There's a level 3 limit break, and then that should get him down to about 1%. It is just about, so it's down 2%, and then that should be the clear, guys. So, oh, that took 20 minutes, one wipe. That's very, very good considering where we were a couple days ago. So, that is Nidhogg hard mode. Now, like I said before, it's not super difficult. It's just a lot of healing, a lot of DPS. Especially, it's the stacking mechanic that always kills you. And then it's always the add phase. So as long as you do both of those correctly, you should be fine. Definitely try it out. Don't be scared. It's getting a lot easier now. People are starting to really meld with the mechanics. And I'll see you for Nidhogg Extreme. And until next time.